Do it yourself is a good concept when you're trying to save money, but sometimes hiring a pro really is a better financial choice in the long run. Donna Rosato is senior writer at Money Magazine, and she is here with some great examples for us this morning. Donna, good morning. Good to see you.
Nice to be here.
All right, so let's talk about some of these examples here. And you say, when it comes to aging parents and having to deal with your aging parents, one of the best, the safest route to go is to bring a professional in.
Well, that's right. A lot of us don't live close to our parents these days, or we might not have the time or the skill to really help them with their medical issues. So a good person to bring in is a geriatric care manager. A geriatric care manager can help your parents with lots of things, taking them to medical appointments, helping them with finding and vetting a home health care aide, or even helping them with very complex Medicare and Medicaid paperwork. Now, these folks, of course, come with a price, anywhere from $80 to $200 an hour. And they also charge an initial assessment fee, which can be anywhere from $300 to $800. Now, you can find these folks at geriatric care managers at caremanager.org.
Another thing where you say it's probably best to kind of take it out of your own hands is medical bills and untangling these medical bills and these countless fees that you have to deal with.
That's right. We've all spent time on lots of time on our phone with an insurance company, and you often don't get anywhere. You can call in a professional, what is called a medical billing advocate. Again, these folks charge $85 to $150 an hour, or they might take 35% of whatever they save you, which I think 35% of something is better than 35 than nothing. You can find these folks at billadvocate.com, and these folks are really experts in figuring out the legalese of medical bills as well as negotiating.
There's so many things involved here, and to think that you could kind of take on this responsibility yourself is probably a little daunting at times.
That's true.
One of the things we talk about a lot is retirement, and I know with a lot of our parents, they're a lot closer with some of us than others, but there's so many different things. We may all think that we're good with money, but you really need to bring in some outside help to plan for retirement.
This is a really important time. You might think, I've been saving my whole life, I have a retirement nest egg, do I really need someone to tell me how to spend it? But it's a really tricky time. Remember, once you're retired, and if you make a mistake in how you spend your money down, you don't want to outlive your money, and you can't come back from it because you're not working anymore. And there's a lot of tax issues to consider as well. The good news is, though, if you have a nice sizable nest egg, say $500,000 or more, there are some financial services companies that will help you come up with a retirement plan at no cost. But even if you have less than $500,000, you have a smaller nest egg, just for $250, they'll help you come up with a plan.
Yeah, it's always nice to bring in a professional, you know what I mean? And a little investment planner couldn't hurt anybody. Let's talk about installing things now and kind of being a little bit more technical, a little handsy.
Yeah.
Nice to have a handyman around.
Well, that's true. And we're not all very savvy about how to set these tech gadgets up.
Yeah.
And so what you want to do, if you've bought, like, say, a home entertainment system or a new PC, I know I bought a new PC last summer, and I didn't want to lose any of my photos or files on there, so I said, I'm going to hire a professional to make the transition for me. Now, you can find folks who can help you do this, a tech pro, and most of the time you can find them at the big retail stores. They have their own geek squads, as they say. But a local chain is going to give you, a local professional is probably going to give you a better price. They're going to be more competitive. And there are a lot of national organizations that have local franchises. Places like Geeks on Call or Fastex.com, and they're going to charge you anywhere from $50 to $200 an hour.
All right, so it's going to cost a little money. Next up, selling your home.
That's right.
That's where you really need a pro.
Oh, you do. You know, you might be really tempted to sell your home on your own because home prices are down and you don't want to pay a commission to a realtor. But this is a really tough housing market, and trying to sell a home on your own not only is time consuming, but you might not sell your own home. So you want to look for an experienced real estate agent and someone who has a license, someone who is really certified. You can look up whether someone has a license at an organization called the Association of Real Estate Law License Officials at arello.com. And again, a real estate agent is going to take 6% commission, but you can negotiate that. You might be able to get 5% or more, I'm sorry, 5% or less, but it can be well worth it to hire a real estate pro.
And quickly, vacations?
Vacations, so you want to, you know, if you're buying just a plane ticket, you probably don't need a travel agent, but travel agents these days, the ones that are really worth it, if you're spending a lot of money on a big ticket item, say it's your honeymoon or you're going hiking in Nepal, a really experienced travel agent can help you out. You can find, these folks are going to charge you, depending on how complex your trip is, anywhere from $150 to $350, and even up to $800, depending on how complex your trip is. You can find really experienced folks at something called concierge.com, and you can find people who specialize in all sorts of travel, adventure travel to family vacations.
Hiking in Nepal sounds pretty good right now.
That's great.
Donna Rosato, thank you.